Hey gang, want to talk with you a little bit today about range bag setup and what things that you can do to make sure that your range bag is working for you, and that way you get to the range, you can have a productive range session and not fumble through your bag and figure out what's where and all that stuff. So my disclaimer is that my bag is set up specifically for me from more of the instructor standpoint, because most of the time that I'm going to the range, I'm either teaching or coming from teaching and things like that. So it might be different for you. I might have things in here that you might not, but hopefully the concept is what I can convey. So first of all, the range bag that I use is the Savior range bag. It's actually a pretty good range bag. I've had a few in the past, but this one so far is what I'm using. Working from really the outside in, the front pocket over here, the front pouch, is what I have for my magazines. Now, I carry multiple firearms at pretty much at all times, so I don't just have mags for one gun. So if you see here, I've got mags because they hold 6. I have 3 mags for one type of firearm here, 3 mags for another type of firearm here. Now, depending on how many mags you carry for your firearms, that'll obviously dictate how many pockets you use. So typically I carry about 4 mags to the range for any one firearm. So you have 3 here for the primaries, and then on the side over here. So now if we go to this side, okay, I have 2 more for each. And the reason why I have here is I have usually one kind of dummy mag that I use just to keep empty. So when I'm teaching, I have an empty mag to teach reloads and things like that, so I don't have to keep downloading ammo and such. Okay, so that's what I have in this compartment. Okay, and then going over to this side, I have other mags that I would use for dry fire or training, or even I have random spare mags here for when I'm with students. So over here on this side, I have dummy rounds for when we're training with students, and then I have various magazines here for firearms that are common. I have one magazine that I use with my Mantis gear, and then I have, say, a Glock mag and another SIG mag here, just in case one of my students is short a mag or something like that. I can usually resolve that. So that's what's in this side. Now, what's happening here is I have a methodology, so I have things in certain places. So it's in the same place every time. So if I need something quickly on the range or whatever, I know exactly where it is. So that's the mag situation right now. And then if we go back over to this side, this bag has a front pouch over here. On this side is where I keep all my spare batteries and things like that for red dots and such. So I have in here so a cleaning thing for the lens, okay, that should go in here. And then I have spare batteries for red dots, spare battery for weapon light, and then I have a couple tools in here to do zeroing or red dot adjustments. So typical Delta Point Pro, SIG Romeo 1 Pro, and then you have your Hollow Sun tool, and then I have an Allen wrench torque wrench over here. So that if I need to tighten down torque screws and things like that. Okay, so that goes in this compartment. And then on the opposing side, I have my multi-tool, so Leatherman, and then I have a little bottle of lubricant wrapped in a cloth. So that way, if I need to do some hasty gun cleaning or anything like that, then I can get that done on the range. Okay, so that's always on this side. Plus the multi-tool comes in handy when having to fix things and whatever, especially working with students. So now going into the main compartment, and before we do, love the Velcro on a lot of these bags. You get to kind of make it personalized for yourself. So in my opinion, you know, a range bag is not complete without a Sesame Street character of your own mugshot here. So if you want to take a look at that. And then of course, repping our company patch, and just, you know, American flag, Marine Corps. And then of course, this is always my first time on the range, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's that patch. And then inside the main compartment over here, I have a few things, and I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it for you. So back here behind this divider, which can be adjusted however deep or not deep I want it to. I have kind of envelopes or pouches with the various firearms that I bring. So if I need to bring this particular gun, as you see here, it says P226, so the 226 is inside here. I can see that. And then I also have my, my training gun. So if I'm working with a student and need to teach them grip and stuff without using a real firearm, I have this. And then, so I have a couple firearms here. The other one here is the 229. And then behind it, I have a folder with either training plans or various targets that I can use with students. So like things like dot torture and other things like that when I'm working with various students. But in here, I have range plans, and I also have safety briefs and things like that for when I'm working classes. On the other side of the divider, I usually have my iPro. So I have it, the iPro in its own holder to keep the lens from getting scratched and things like that. I have a CCW holster here, so if I want to run, so if I'm not running OWB or tactical and I want to run that same rig concealed for obviously that type of work, then I have a slim CCW holster with a CCW type mag holder in there. And I also have my shot timer in there as well for when I'm teaching. And then finally in this front pouch, I have my, my ears. Usually when I'm inside, I usually double up. So I'll have my in-ear plugs, and then I'll go ahead and throw the muffs on top. I find, and most of you know, that indoor shooting, the reverb and the bouncing of the sound is just a lot louder inside than it is outside. So I like to double up on Ear Pro there. I'm already deaf coming into this game from my prior experience. I'm trying not to lose any more hearing, not for nothing. All right, and then in this last zipper pouch over here, because we work at various ranges, I have the different membership cards and instructor cards. So when I go to the range, all I have to do is open this and reach in, grab the appropriate membership card and hand it to the person behind the counter. So that's really my range bag and what's in it. I don't keep ammo in here and things like that because it just makes the range bag heavier and for no good reason. So usually on the spot, if like in the trunk of the car or in the back of the truck, I have boxes of ammo, and I just go ahead and grab what I need and I'll just toss it on top or whatever. And then targets are simple. I usually have my own targets, so I'll roll them up, and then instead of zipping this up all the way, I'll just go ahead and zip it like this and roll it and then shove it in there, and then I can just walk into the range that way. Again, I don't like to bog things down in here because you get too much stuff. I might need more ammo one day than the next. So instead of keeping a ton of ammo in here and carrying it all over the place, I just grab what I need at the last moment and then go from there. But the thing about making a range bag successful for you is having it organized and having things put away in the same spot every time. So that way you can easily, while on the range, oh, I need my Leatherman or I need this. I know exactly where it is. It's in the same spot every time. That way you're not fussing around with it. Or you know if you have it or don't have it. So you can actually check before you leave the house, oh, is my Leatherman in my range bag, which it should be. But in the event that you use it for something else, you know, you put it back right there, you can double check and all that stuff. So that's really there's no magic to setting up a range bag. You set it up to your purposes, your needs, right? And you just go from there. Again, this is my range bag from an instructor standpoint. You can make your range bag work for you, but don't get crazy. Don't put everything in the kitchen sink into your range bag. Like, that's just nonsense. Carry only what you need, and then per range session, add what's on top. So, hope this helps set up your range bag and give you some tips. Make sure you like our videos and subscribe to our channel. We put a lot of content out there. We drop a video every Tuesday for your viewing pleasure. And we vary up the content so that way we stay relevant for you.